And welcome back, everybody, to the Mike Knoxxx Show. And I am your host, Mike Knoxxx. And indeed, it is a pleasure, honestly, to be here with you guys today as I am completely and utterly under the weather. Baby germs will do that to you, as I have a baby in my house, and that baby, that pesky grandson of mine, has gotten my black ass sick again. But I am here and to talk about professional wrestling, because in the world of professional wrestling right now, I think it's a lot of things happening, right? We are on the road, and I'm going to look ahead on that road to WrestleMania as we are being forced in a couple of days here. WrestleMania will be upon us, and I think it's very important that we talk about some things, especially when I had some things to say about WrestleMania the last couple of weeks. So let's kind of even the 6, 7, 7, 6. I mean, don't judge me, all right? Are you ass? Or would you rather be ass? Welcome to the Mike Knoxxx Show. I'm your host, Mike Knoxxx, and you can follow me in because I am hosted, produced it, and everything by Mike Knoxxx, and also produced by 301 King Von Jr., the Victorious Ones podcast every single Wednesday, I believe now, at 8 p.m. Make sure you guys go check him out. Here's my social media to my Ayatollahs and rock and rollers here, and the reason why this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. Do me a favor, follow and subscribe right now to this program. If you like wrestling, you don't like wrestling, if you want to just come in here and hate, that's fine too. We can go ahead and talk about it, as my man Trick Williams would say. But today, as I take this look ahead into the road to WrestleMania, like I said, I won't be before you long. I'm not like a pastor. I'm not going to say give me 10 more minutes and then give you 15 more minutes and then say give me 10 more minutes. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to be before you long today, as I've already expressed. I am really under the weather today. So I just really appreciate everybody's patience and everything you have with me today as we go ahead and talk professional wrestling, because the last few weeks I was very annoyed with where we stood with professional wrestling at the moment. Reason being, I thought the build, I personally still think these things, that TKO and these guys have really ruined my excitement. Remember the show from last week was, Shawn Michaels lost his smile. No, Mike Knoxxx lost his smile when it comes to the WWE. I have been a very big fan of the last month or so of the success and the continuance of AEW. I find it very hard for any wrestling fan to call themselves a wrestling fan and put all their eggs in one batch, and that batch is the WWE. The WWE, to me, lately, it's like the Oakland Athletics. They're in the city. You're used to being there. It's springtime. Baseball just had its opening day last weekend. We're going to the games because we're used to it. But are they really putting out a product to make you say they're even worthier of moving to Oakland? Or in most cases, they move to Oakland because they're not producing. To me, that is the WWE lately. I don't think they are producing the way that they should be producing. What makes it a little harder, what also makes it hard here, is looking at the political success of the WWE. I mean, you look at it. I mean, they got the host of the podcast going to be at WrestleMania weekend coming up. They're used to, shall I say, they're very good at knowing how to make a dollar. Okay, and in making that dollar, they're going to do that. But does that mean exactly as they make that dollar that you are excited for? Does that mean you should spend your money on it? It's like going to a Knicks game. You know they're going to choke in the playoffs. Okay? I'm just saying, they ain't won a championship since, 1974? I wasn't even born yet. Okay? But hey, I digress. This is not about sports or your terrible New York Knickerbockers or my Chicago Bulls, because, they don't win, or my 76ers. They're cursed. Like Danhausen, you are cursed. Yeah, I just made a Danhausen reference. My gosh. Way further than he's ever been in AEW. Did not like him or feel his appeal in AEW. I still don't like him being the big box reveal in WWE. But what I get from him, he's funny. Okay? If anybody can replace the 50-year-old man, 54-year-old man that is R-Truth, then I'm okay with it being the comic relief. Okay? Because that is professional wrestling, being the comic relief, being sports entertainment, because at the end of the day, that's exactly what it is. I don't want no one ever to come to me, and I have always come to those who have said these things to me, that, oh, it's about the wrestling in the ring. That's the last thing professional wrestling is about. That is the cherry on top. If you don't like cherries, that's the strawberry. You don't like strawberry, that's the whipped cream. Okay, that's what it is. It's the topping. It's the professional wrestling. You should be good at it. You should be exceptional at it, but you don't have to be great at it. Ric Flair wasn't the greatest in-ring wrestler. but he's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time because of his story and how he produced. I told you I wasn't going to be before you long. I am back here preaching today, so I just want that to be known, okay? But as I get into WrestleMania season, I was so dumping on this company, okay? And all I've seen the last 2 weeks, we get off air, I ripped it, Vaughn, we get off air, and them some bitches had a good fucking WWE Monday Night Raw. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, ain't that a bitch? They're actually having a good Monday Night Raw. Even last week's Monday Night Raw was pretty good. Now, I'm going to talk about SmackDown later because that's a different flavor of a Jolly Rancher, by the way. Which, by the way, according to my daughter, Michaela Wonders, the Blueberry Jolly Rancher is now the most popular Jolly Rancher of all time. Go find that funny. Okay. But I digress, making fun of Michaela Wonders and her Jolly Rancher obsession. But I mean, you had the Obafemi Brock Lesnar incident that has wrestling fans, you know, just all in excitement for what they think is going to happen. I can just tell you right here, right now, this man has gotten the best of Brock Lesnar 2 weeks in a row. Can you hear me, Vaughn? My computer just went off.
I can hear you.
Okay. Can you see me?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I will be before you guys very shortly. I apologize. I don't know what just happened. My computer just completely just has no signal coming through, which makes no sense because I'm here and talking to you right now. Are you able to still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
All righty. Give me 1 second here, guys. I can't even switch anything to go to something different. But the last couple of weeks, as you watch professional wrestling, they've given you excitement about this product. They've given you a reason to cheer for this product, but that is all they've given you. Is a reason to cheer. This is terrible. This is maybe I should have stayed my ass in bed. My whole computer just fucking blacked out, y'all. Like, no reason, just completely has stepped away. But I will say this: looking into professional wrestling right now, the biggest talk of the week was Jey Uso stepping in for Roman. Now, I will say this. It was the best part of Monday Night Raw to me. Everybody's saying this was stupid. Fans are not happy with it. Oh, there he is again needing, Jay's a face. Why you turning Jay back heel? I get it. No offense, wrestling fans. You guys kind of made Jay a face anyway, right? But Jey Uso, since losing the title, has not been a face. He's been a tweener. Look at his attitude. His brother has to calm him down. His friends have to calm him down. That's what we've been faced with when it comes to Jey Uso. And that's what we see right here. So when you're looking at this, and I'm watching wrestling last week, and I go to bed on these things. I jump up and I hear Michaela just in the background downstairs clapping. So I wake up in the morning time, and I'm like, okay, I got to find out what the hell she clapping about. And lo and behold, it's Jey Uso. I get Roman, comes back, does Roman things. Hey, get your brother and get out my ring. Amazing. You still there, Vaughn?
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing, right? He goes to get out the ring, and then Jey, main event Uso, who should be able to tell him, his tribal chief, hey, get him, Us. You know what to do. It's a family affair. Now, granted, y'all know how I feel about this shit lately, right? Y'all know this ain't the biggest thing for me in the moment of at all being excited because the family's involved. I've ripped it already. It's got to be family. It's got to be family. Okay, that's what they're going to give me. Let me stop my bitching and complaining and moaning as part of the IWC, and don't look at me or listen to me right now. You can't see me and tell me, oh, he's making, the IWC. We're all part of the IWC. Now, there's intensely crazy motherfuckers that, no matter what you say, it's real to me, damn it. And you have us intelligent wrestling fans are part of it. That just means internet wrestling community. We're on the internet. We're on the internet right now. We're part of the wrestling community. So stop saying I'm not a part of the IWC because you are. It's factual. All right? I hate Donald Trump. Unfortunately, I didn't vote for him. I will say all day he's not my president. But unfortunately, I live in the United States of America. He's my fucking president. Piece of shit that he is. He's still my president. Okay? But when I'm looking at this storyline and how it's progressing, I am in love with this thing right now. And I apologize, everybody. I'm back. I don't know what was going on. I don't know. My computer, my PC, it's time for an update, probably. This shit just literally just turned off everything that I had here. So I do apologize. But where I was leaving off at is that, like, how can we not, or not can't say we, or things at that level, because it's to each their own, right? I've hated this entire road to WrestleMania thus far. Okay, it has not been for me, but what I do love, what I am loving the most is completely this part right here. If I'm gonna get family and Roman, then give me Roman and family. Where Jey has something to say, he's not getting punked around. He's not being bitched at. He's not doing those things. He's standing up. He has a right to be mad at Phil Brooks at this moment. Now, what I don't like about this whole thing is how Phil just laughs it off. Oh, he needs them. He needs them. So, of course, this is the build-up to saying that Roman doesn't need anybody to win. More than likely, Bloodline banned at ringside. I don't know, something along that. I'm just guesstimating here. Okay, I still stand by Punk gets help from The Rock at WrestleMania, setting up WrestleMania Saudi Arabia next year, Rock versus Roman. That's still my belief, and I'm going to continue to always think Rock and Roman are going to happen, just as long as you guys thought about Sting and Undertaker was going to happen. So I'm never going to stop believing in that being the possibility of what's happening in professional wrestling. Let's get to some notes, comments here. I appreciate you guys. Your mic is high or something. Okay, I appreciate it, Dice Man. Let me look into that a little bit later. Thank you, Jennifer. Vaughn climbing in. All right. He hasn't gone noticed till 20 minutes later. He hasn't gone noticed till 20 minutes later. I don't know what we were talking about 9 minutes ago. Okay. Okay. Well, I didn't have a screen. So there goes that, right? Clearly something was going on here. But I do appreciate y'all turning down my gain, and hopefully that'll, make things a little bit better here. And do that. But what's going on, Lil Reef? Appreciate you, my dog, checking in. Both have built up mania, but Oba's going to kill him. I don't think for 1 second Oba Femi's going to win that match, sis. Whatsoever. Mike, you sound loud like you got. See, there you go. That's the most disrespectful thing in the world. I'm not even going to play your comment. Don't even come on my show. You call yourself my brother. I don't play that kind of games. Don't do that. That's just totally disrespectful, Willie Jones. First of all, but like I said, microphone, I will turn my mic down. I appreciate that information. Like I said, y'all know I was having technical difficulties here, so I appreciate that. But again, moving forward into the situation, I loved the end of Raw. I thought it was awesome. But here's my problem with this build to WrestleMania right now. It is the fact that the WWE, to get over one black man, fucks over another black man. I get the orbit that is massive in the universe right now. Trick Williams is a success at the moment, right? It's wrestling. It can die down next week for all I know. Look at Rusev Day. Look at anything that was huge in WWE. They can make it. They can break it. I get that. I've never thought in the history of professional wrestling the WWE would make me hate or dislike, shall I say, Sami Zayn. I love Sami Zayn, from El Generico to everything Sami has done. I'm begging and pleading and waiting for Sami Zayn to come back to those days where Sami had the tapes and he had the conspiracy theories going on. I was waiting for that Sami Zayn. You put him in place to now you want to. This is complete more Triple H booking, which is terrible. Okay, how can you book Melo to have been the champion for 91 days, over 15 defenses of his title, on TV, at live events, holding down, and then here we go, typical WWE, 2 weeks before Mania, pull the workhorse, and now the workhorse more than likely doesn't get a WrestleMania opportunity. And if I hear one more person tell me, because they're taking off for him to go get married to Kiana James. Now, we all have a thing called the worldwide internet. You can Google it. To what I Googled, they got married already, right? Some would say, but they said those were engagement pictures. Whether engagement pictures or not does not take away from the fact that I've read they were already married. Now, In fairness, it's the internet. Shit can be wrong all the time also, okay? But if they are not married and they plan on getting married, okay, let me take out this money that I'm getting from wearing this title and go get married. People get married all the time in WWE. They wait till their days off to get married. They don't take off the biggest show of the year to not go get married. That is the dumbest excuse I've heard. That they're going to go get married during that weekend. Stop the bullshit. Stop the madness. Stop the drilling. Stop the oil. They're going to miss WrestleMania to go get married. No offense to the sanctity of marriage. I've been married for 25 fucking years. I'm just saying. I've never seen that before. So no, they just fucked him over, in my opinion. Ring Wrestling Podcast. What's up, Mike? Hope you feel better. Jey Uso versus CM Punk should be the match on Raw instead of consistently having face-to-face segments. Yeah, something. Like, even with that, like, tonight again, they're in New York. They're in Madison Square Garden. Let's keep it a buck, right? There's certain cities they go to. Chicago, Philadelphia, Madison Square Garden. Not the Barclays. When they're in Madison Square Garden, shit's different. Shit hits different. They're under one roof. They've been under one roof for 3 weeks. How is that your lead advertisement going into Raw in Madison Square Garden? It should be Jey Uso takes on CM Punk. But I digress. But I'm looking at this Melo situation, and again, you screw over one black wrestler to get another black wrestler over, and I hate it. It is so terrible that you do that to me. Now, you even have people. This is how much you love. This is how I love wrestling fans, Vaughn, because we will make anything fit our narrative. Actually, that's just the world we live in today. 21st century people. If I don't like it, I'm going to move that goalpost so it fits my narrative. They're going to put him in the triple threat match. Why? Why would they put him in a triple threat match? I get he deserves a rematch. That's in the clause, allegedly still, right? That's wrestling bylaws. I get a rematch clause. They use it and they pull it whenever they want to pull it out. But when I look at this, there's no way he fits into this main event. There's just no way. NXT will be at the MSG Theater. But then it takes me to this. We get the return of Cody Rhodes. We get Jelly Roll getting RKO'd. Again, another reason why SmackDown's ass. Again, nothing against the person Jelly Roll. I love his story. We went from having SmackDowns, we had Kurt Angle taking on Eddie Guerrero to Jelly Roll taking on Kip Wilson or whatever his name is. Like, I just don't get it. Why is Jelly Roll on my TV in two different storylines? Oh, I know why. TKO. You bring Jelly Roll, you bring viewers. Well, what happened to wrestling? Right? What happened to people coming because they just cared about wrestling? I love the return to Cody. I think it was a week too late. But he's here now. We get him back here now. Let's get their storyline going. I don't think there's nothing you can do for us to like Cody Rhodes at this point as wrestling fans. No one's going to boo Randy Orton. But here's why SmackDown's corny. Okay? Look at this. Repeatedness of 3 matches. Not just one match, y'all. 3 different matches ended this way. Do you guys get that? 3 different matches ended in roll-ups this past weekend. Okay? Like, I'm going to run that back in case y'all missed that. They go to the first one, the exact same way. Hit, rolled over, Motor City Machine Guns win. Okay, we get that. Very next tag team match, it happens again. The BBBs, the Big Bad for Beauties, Last Legend, does the same thing. And then, oops, Trick Williams hits Melo. That's people say, well, now he owes Melo owes Trick one because of that. Does he? I just don't get it. This has been the worst WrestleMania build-up I've ever seen. And I've watched every single WrestleMania. Okay, from the first one in Madison Square Garden to the second one being in 3 different cities, including Rosemont Horizon, because you had the refrigerator Perry and them whole big show where you had the main event with HH taking on King Kong Bundy in the Blue Cage. To WrestleMania 3, the greatest match of all time between Steamboat and Macho Man. And of course, the immovable force meets the immovable object and Andre taking on Hogan. Like, you had WrestleMania 4, where you had the mega powers. You had, I mean, just keeps the list goes on and on about Bills, Warrior versus Hogan, Rock versus Hogan. I mean, if you notice a theme here, right? Hogan is in a lot of these damn matches because, damn it, he was WrestleMania. Thank you for changing what I kept saying, because all the ones that came to my mind, Vaughn, were him. So
the crowd on their feet on a man. Oh, what the hell?
y'all thought I was gonna go. I can't say that man 3 times in a mirror, but I know that's what we do around here. All right, but arguably, WrestleMania bills have always been great. I mean, I go back to WrestleMania in Philly, WrestleMania XL. Okay, the bill that had the stuff with Rock and the family tree, the bill was phenomenal to that WrestleMania. The hype was there. Where's your hype level? So I have to reach out to wrestling fans that are a little bit more forgiving of the product than me. Sis Jennifer's commented already. I reached out to nephew Corey, Belt King Extraordinaire from Wrestling Marks of Excellence. He's excited about it. Certain fans, they're still excited. I personally, speaking to Corey as well, I told him, I don't see this. You want them to boo Orton, they're never going to boo Randy Orton. You're never going to boo Randy Orton. So to get Randy Orton in there, in this capacity, it just doesn't fit to me what we need and what wrestling should be right now. I'm not excited for this turn. I'm very upset that Melo gets shafted in the situation against him in his U.S. title. There is no excuse. I'm not going to buy the bylaws or the bullshit that the WWE wrestling community, and I know there's a difference. There's an IWC and there's a WWE IWC. The WWE wrestling internet community is programmed, would be a better word, right? And we all have our dispositions to what we've learned from wrestling, depending on the wrestling you've watched all these years. So that's understandable. But at some point, you have to look at what they're giving us and call a spade a spade. Okay? I'm tired of you giving me video games that aren't ready. WWE 2K. This goes for Madden 2K, any game you play. Just the community in itself, meaning the video game community, needs to stop. Stop giving me a game, and then a month later, after the game comes out, I got a massive update to fix the game. Just delay the fucking game. So that when I pay $75, $150 for a game, it's already prepared. If I'm going to spend $4,000, $3,000, $10,000 to go to WrestleMania, give me something that's worth me saying I went to WrestleMania. I'm excited. I saw this at WrestleMania. Even if, and I hope it happens, Rock shows up and interferes, we get Rock Roman set up for next year, it still doesn't push the envelope over to make this a great WrestleMania. Again, 2-night WrestleMania has killed the build. TKO is killing the WWE. It's killing it. What's next? You're going to be Keith Thurman and complain you got your ass whooped because the referee stopped the fight? No, Keith Thurman, you were getting your ass beat. Look at your face, my guy. What's next? We're going to make an excuse because Duke sucks and give him a 19-point lead and blame Cameron Boozer? Yes, we're going to blame Cameron Boozer. That's just my hate right there. Y'all want to say some shit negative about Duke Blue Devils. That's what I want to say there. Anthony Cortez, there's no booing Randy. The nicest Randy gets, the nastier Randy gets, the more over he will be. And that's the thing, Anthony. That's the thing. The nastier he gets, we're waiting for him to punch some fucking body at this point. He got to kick Brandy in the head or something, right? I just don't get it. I say this year's WrestleMania with a grain of salt because TKO does not know how to build up Mania. If anybody knows how to do it, it's Triple H. I disagree with that. With Triple H. Let me make the decision, TKO. Now, I will say this. In fairness, I've always stuck up for him in this aspect. You can only do what you're allowed to do. But what I saw on SmackDown on Friday night with 3 roll-ups to beat that's just lazy fucking booking. There's no if and buts around. That's just lazy fucking booking. WWE need to do a better job. This road to WrestleMania, as I look ahead to it, still doesn't have me on the precipice of giving 2 shits about this WrestleMania. But with that being said, dogs, Vaughn, I apologize because we went out the time. No weekend wrestling this week, guys. I'm sweating. I don't know if you guys can see the sweat on my face as I'm live on air. I need to go lay my ass the fuck down, y'all. So do me a favor. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me and don't love God. Or always remember one thing about Mike Knoxxx.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
But the question is, did you get it?
Message.
Do you understand the message? Because if not, it's just like a kick in the head, okay? And if you keep continuing that you're better than me,
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
so lay off the drugs. Please, can you do that for me?
Stop it. Get some help.
And always remember one thing, we will always love